Acacia Network is an idea that was needed in this community, that was there for a while, but we thought it was lost. The idea of a Latino organization that not only was serving its own people, but could serve any community is something that was absolutely needed. We need to be not only our own heroes, but other people's heroes. When I walked into basics, in a very short time, I began to see the tremendous potential that was there and the great opportunities to really grow that organization significantly. The board was, hugely supportive, there for me, helpful to me, and the board gave me that wind at my back. The day I walked into Promesa, came into this campus, and I looked around and I saw this group of buildings and I said, wow, well, this could really be a great opportunity. If we can put all this together in different parts of the city and different parts of the state, now that would be something unique.
The Acacia mission is so important because the time is now for a Latino organization to be on the forefront of innovation, change, and leadership.
I think that was really necessary. It was time for our community to have programs that were really tailored to their needs, that are done to the best of our ability, that we provide the best services, and that we take care of the issues that confront our community.
Since we began on this trip, most of the agencies that we have been able to rescue came to us when they were actually having difficulties. Hunts Point, they had actually closed the doors, no more programs, and we have to revive them.
The idea of an affiliate was where we would take these entities and all their strengths and keep that strength and the community connections in place, but put the support and background that was necessary, that may be the reason they fail, and put that and engage that into them. So by bringing us at the band intact with the board and the goals of that community, it enhances Acacia's ability to grow across the Latino community. Now, it's not only a Puerto Rican organization, but it crosses that into the Latino Hispanic group of organization. So when Buffalo organization, which I was part of creating, started to get in trouble, I couldn't let it die. It was where I grew up, where I learned how to organize, I learned how to put organizations together. Everything really that allowed me to succeed in what I'm doing today in Acacia Network started in Buffalo. And it would have been a shame if after all of that, I would have let Hispanics United Buffalo, which we created and I named, go under.
Called up my good friend and CEO of Acacia, Raul Lucy, and asked him, look, why don't you come down to Orlando and take a look at this great building that is an iconic building within the Puerto Rican community. He loved the building. He felt that this was something that he certainly wanted to do because he believed that this would be saving an iconic building because if you notice it has the garita in the front of the building, which represents the Puerto Rican community as we know it in Puerto Rico.
We need a presence in the Capitol to make sure that the people who make the laws, interpret the laws, the agencies who are there know who we are.
This piece here is probably a small piece of the puzzle right now in the Acacia Network. However, we're going to start having more pieces of that big puzzle. We are in the Capitol, so being in the Capitol, I think that we're planting a big footprint that's going to allow us to expand pretty rapidly.
We find ourselves that we are Americans, but we're also Puerto Ricans. And I have a feeling that wherever Puerto Ricans are, Acacia will be.
We're very excited for Acacia and all the team that they're going to start this project because we know how much they wish for it and how much they have worked for that. It's going to be a great project for the island, and it's going to help in this need for elderly housing. The project has 103 units, and they are all at some point connected to this main space, which is the courtyard, which is similar to what you're gonna see around here.
We wanted that courtyard to make sure that you create a healthy community. That's what makes you age with dignity.
Acacia Network is such a large collection of talented, dedicated, compassionate people. When we started, we had 125 employees. Now we have over 2,500 employees. When we started, we had a budget of maybe 60 million. Now we have a budget of over 350 million. When we started, we had about 3 programs. Now we have over 60 programs that's touching the lives of over 73,000 people.
From the very beginning, it was super important to me that the services that we provided be the best that anybody could provide. I said to my staff, you have to be able to bring your family. I look at the new centers, new healthcare centers that were basically dead, and now they're vibrating and operating. It makes me proud. It makes me feel that we've done something very unique. So I like walking around, I like visiting the buildings, I like looking at the centers. I like looking at, it's like a planter walking on his fields and looking at the harvest beginning to grow. And you look out into those fields and you know that your hands were in those fields, that it was, you were part of making that grow.